At this time VR technology is very advanced, that's why so many people play VR games. The main character of this anime is Hiroshi. He wants to buy the latest game because he wants to be a great gamer, but when he's on the road there are thugs who take his money. Because of that he doesn't have money to buy the newest game. And now he goes to another shop to find someone who sells games for cheap, but he was tricked by the shop owner named Riona, and he was forced to buy a game called Kyuukyoku. When at home he tried the game, he got a mission to save the world called Oberdine, and he has now entered the game world. He felt that if the game wanted to be very realistic and very similar to the real world, then an NPC met him. Her name was Alicia. There is also a man named Martin. They claim that they are Hiroshi's best friends. Then Hiroshi says that he will go to the city to fight monsters. But Martin forbids it. He says that the city din is very dangerous, but Hiroshi wants to go. Because of that Martin hits Hiroshi. He is very shocked because he feels pain. Because of that he attacks Martin, and he accidentally kills Martin. Hiroshi got scared and ran away. He met Riona. He turned out to be a support in the game, but the NPCs couldn't see him. She said that if Hiroshi had become a fugitive, and he also got the nickname as the best friend killer, Hiroshi wanted to change his avatar, but he couldn't do it, so he used a cloak to disguise himself. Suddenly he met Alicia. Apparently she wanted revenge against Hiroshi for killing her brother. Hiroshi was very scared to see Alicia, so he wanted to log out, but he couldn't because he had to fight against Alicia. Luckily he managed to hurt Alicia, and he finally managed to log out of the game. After resting, he finally returned to playing the game. There he met a man named Jinji. He treated Hiroshi's wounds. He also took Hiroshi to a bar to discuss his next plan. Suddenly the knights came to their place, and they arrested Hiroshi. It turned out that Jinji reported Hiroshi to the knights, so that he would get a reward for capturing Hiroshi. The whole population attacked Hiroshi, because they were angry with him. Then they took him to prison. There suddenly he saw a ghost. It turned out to be the spirit of Martin. Hiroshi was very scared to see it. Fortunately there was a girl named Mizurisa to help him. She took Hiroshi to a room. Hiroshi thought that he would have a romantic relationship with Mizurisa, but it turned out that Mizurisa wanted to torture him. Even Hiroshi wet his bed with fear. Luckily Riona came to help, and Hiroshi finally managed to log out of the game. The next day Hiroshi took part in a running competition. It turned out that he was a very fast runner. There were even some talent scouts who watched his match. Before the race, Hiroshi wanted to pee, but he met a talent scout. Because they were talking too long, the race finally started. Hiroshi managed to lead the match, but he fell and peed his pants. He was very embarrassed by the incident. Even the talent scouts thought that Hiroshi was weak. Because of that he became very angry. He went to Riona's shop to return the Kyuukyoku game. He said that the game was very difficult, but Riona forbade it. She also showed a video about the strongest player named Kamui. In that video Kamui gave some tips to become a strong player. Then Riona also persuaded Hiroshi. She said that she would marry Hiroshi if he was able to finish this game. Because of that Hiroshi returned to the game world. Apparently Mizurisa released Hiroshi, because the knight captain named Tesla wanted to meet him. And he finally met Tesla. Apparently Tesla said that Hiroshi was innocent, because it turned out that Martin died from forcing the knife in the apple. Because of that he took Hiroshi out of prison, but he told Hiroshi to be careful, because Alicia still has a grudge with Hiroshi. Then he wants to hide in the city, and he wants to earn money to buy weapons that can be used to fight against Alicia, so he takes a mission to earn money, but suddenly he meets Jinji again, and he ends up fighting Jinji. After the fight Jinji decides to help Hiroshi earn money. Then he bought some weapons, but he was cheated when he bought them. All the money he had has now run out. Suddenly he met Alicia. Hiroshi used a bomb to attack Alicia, but apparently the bomb didn't work, and now he thinks if he was about to die. Luckily Mizurisa came to his aid. It turned out that she had been following Hiroshi secretly. Then she fought against Alicia. They fought seriously, and Alicia managed to beat Mizurisa, and now Hiroshi thought that he would die. That's why he used various tricks to beat Alicia. He even touched her body, but failed. Then Hiroshi said if he loved Alicia, because of that he was ashamed and left Hiroshi. Luckily Mizurisa is still alive. Then Hiroshi goes to make Martin's grave, so he can rest in peace. Martin also shows the past when they were friends since childhood. Suddenly the city caught fire. Hiroshi immediately ran to the city. He was very confused seeing the burning city. It turned out that the goblin troops were attacking the city, so he looked for weapons to fight the goblins, but Riona said that Hiroshi was too weak and couldn't fight the goblins. That's why she said secret tricks to increase his strength. But Hiroshi was afraid to fight against goblins. Suddenly he saw a girl who was attacked by goblins. After seeing that, he tried to use his power. He used super speed and managed to save the girl, but he didn't have the stamina to fight with goblins. Luckily Tesla came to that place, and he managed to defeat the goblins. He also invited Hiroshi to join the night group. Then he logged out from the game. He contacted Kamui to learn some tricks, but Kamui said if Hiroshi couldn't possibly finish this game, unless he got the nickname Best Friend Killer, then he would increase the chance of passing to 0.5%. After getting some information, he returned to the game world. Telsa took him to meet the queen named Goblin, and the queen really hoped that Hiroshi could defeat the goblins, but Hiroshi had a bad feeling when he was in the queen's palace. After that, Tesla brought Hiroshi to train with the knights. They really hoped that if Hiroshi became a great knight, there he also met a girl named Kathy. The training finally started. The knights tested Hiroshi's strength. It turned out that Hiroshi was very weak. Because of that all the knights stayed away from him. Even the knights also bullied him, but he didn't give up, and he kept practicing. Riona suggested Hiroshi to do a consultation, but the consultation didn't help. Kathy also tried to comfort Hiroshi. Then Hiroshi went to do a holy ritual. The next day he returned to training together with the knights, but he was still too weak. When the training was over, suddenly there was a woman who lost her clothes. It turned out that the thief was a knight who bullied Hiroshi, and the other knights who bullied Hiroshi were also guilty. Because of that they were all expelled from the knight group. Apparently this was Riona's plan to help Hiroshi. Riona says if she wants to make Hiroshi finish this game, because she wants to marry someone who can finish this game. Then he meets Tesla. He tries to comfort Hiroshi. He also says that he will go to another city after the fight against the goblins. Hiroshi logs out of the game to ask Kamui for help so he can defeat the goblins. After receiving information he returns to the game world. All the knights patrolling to guard their territory. Hiroshi went with Miss Arisa and Alicia, because now Alicia is starting to be nice to Hiroshi. Suddenly a villain attacked them, and they were able to win easily. It turned out that they were a group of kidnappers. Because of that Hiroshi tried to free the kidnapped people. There was also Jinji. He immediately attacked Hiroshi, but Hiroshi was able to win easily. They also managed to defeat all the kidnappers. When Hiroshi urinated, suddenly a goblin came to attack him. Luckily Miss Arisa managed to defeat the goblin. It turns out that the goblin army has attacked the city. All the knights are fighting against the goblins. Tesla says if he wants to defeat the Goblin King, he has also prepared a trap to catch the Goblin King. Suddenly the Goblin King came to their place. He fought against the knights. Tesla fought against the Goblin King, and he managed to win. Hiroshi felt that there was something strange about the goblin attacks. He suspected that if Tesla caught the goblin child to make the goblin angry. It turned out that Hiroshi's guess was right. Tesla and the queen captured the goblin child to make the goblin angry, and this is a plan from Tesla and the queen to make them famous. Tesla also said that if he wanted to kill everyone who was in that place, he even killed Alicia. Hiroshi was furious to see that, and he fought against Tesla. Hiroshi used his best strength against Tesla, and he became very fast. Everyone was shocked to see his strength. Tesla, who was the strongest person in the kingdom, was also shocked to see Hiroshi's speed. That's why he fought seriously. When Hiroshi wanted to kill Tesla, suddenly his sword broke, and Tesla finally killed Hiroshi. Because of that Hiroshi logged out of the game. He was very disappointed because he failed to finish the game, but he didn't want to give up. He trained hard so that he could come back and finish the game. This video ends here. Thanks for watching this video. If you like it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to support me.